I'm gonna be honest, I can't stop playing this game. It mixes two of my favorite things: Hololive VTubers and fighting games. Now I know you definitely heard that a lot from a lot of other people, but I just gotta say it. I love this game. And it also has my Oshi in it. God bless her soul wherever she is. And that's Kiryu Coco. So this is gonna be a little bit different than usual, but I just kind of want to share what I've learned playing this game. If it's outdated, you know what? Oh well. I just want to share my joy for this game. And my main, of course, Kiryu Coco. Already gotten all of her cosplays. I definitely love that Forest Coco Kane, Melody, and Potemkin, I think it is. I'm not quite sure on this one. Only read it online that it could be related to Potemkin, but it makes sense to me since she's a grappler. Which I've started to realize I think I have a little bit of love for grapplers. But let's talk about some of the things that I've learned playing this character. Now I will say, I've kind of just been a lab rat. Really haven't gone online. I may do that in a different video. May do it in this one, I'm not sure. The plan is, I'm going to show you what I know of Coco. Then we're going to go in the arcade mode, and we'll see where we go from there. So before we start going in the combos and stuff, let's go over the notation I'm going to be using and her normals. So the notation I'm going to be using throughout this video is called numpad notation. If you remember the numpad that was at the end of like your school keyboards or work keyboards, where it's 1, 2, 3 on the bottom and on the top is 7, 8, 9. We use that as just a easy notation that people can try and understand. It's mostly used in anime games, if I remember correctly. So to explain it, 5 is going to be our neutral position, 4 is walking backwards, 6 is forwards, 2 is crouching, and you can think of 7, 8, 9 as jumping backwards, neutral jump, and jumping forwards, respectively. So when you hear me say like 2, 1, 4, that means I'm doing a quarter circle back motion, which is me down, down, back, and then back, which gives me fire. I actually did not expect that to come out because I did it so slow. Also, if you hear me say 2, 3, 6, that is quarter circle forward. So that's that down position, down forward, and forward. The only other notation I'm probably going to use a lot is 2, 2, which is the third special move, which is just crouch, crouch, button. Now that we got notation out of the way, her normals. So for standing light or 5L, I almost said M, it's just a little flick with fire at the end. This is going to be useful when it comes to like catching people for like mid combos. It's also just a very quick move. If it hits -1, that's not bad. Another good normal of hers is her 2L or crouching L, which comes out pretty quick and quick little button to go into the throw. I'll go over more throw stuff later. I'm trying not to like bog up normals too much. Next for normals, we have 5M, which she lunges forward with her booba. The cool thing about this move, you can move through projectiles. It kind of counts as armor. You still get a little bit of damage, but you're able to progress forward. The only time this doesn't work is on Roboco's assist and Sora. Just Sora in general. A lot of her music notes when she goes, ah, they're multi-hit. And 5M only goes through single hit projectiles. So for most of the cast, she's going to be able to power through. But when it comes to Sora or Roboco, not going to have too much luck. Her other M normal is 2M. One thing I like to do is kind of, if we're up close, but I'm not like too confident, 2M, 5M, they combo into each other. It's great. Then you can even do the grab I showed earlier. Aw, man. No, remember how I said I wasn't going to bog down normals? There we go. Okay. So that's that's a neat thing to do, to try and do in neutral. As you saw, it requires a little bit of strict timing, so definitely something you're gonna have to practice, get the muscle memory of. It can also go into sweep, which I will go into later. Actually, let's go into that now. Our heavy button. So, 5H, or standing heavy. Just this big old fucking Yakuza kick. Look at that. Good range. Good damage. You can always fish stuff out with it. Always be careful. Oh god, it's such a good button. It looks so good. Also, I have 2H, or the universal launcher. Her launcher is very interesting, and I'll be able to show that on the combo later. Definitely got to be careful when you use it though. It is kind of shallow, but as long as they're above you, you'll be able to get them. And then her last normal button, sweet. Now, I want to say this is one of the longest range sweeps. I don't think it's the longest like range move, but it's still a very good poke tool. What is the frame advantage on this? 38, I don't believe that for a second. That is too damn much. But it's a good button. Depending on your distance, you can actually go into one of her special moves, which is the Coco plug. But it's just a good knockdown. You can go in, do whatever. I think the last thing to cover for just her normal buttons is her air normals. Now, I will say, playing as Coco, there's probably only one move you're really gonna use, but I'll go over all three of them anyways. So you have your light one. Quick move. Depending on where it hits and how fast you land, you may be able to get something off of it. Not the best tool, but it helps. Now, the button I recommend you to use if for whatever reason you're jumping as Coco. Air in. Got long range. It's got a decent enough hit stun where you can connect with the light if you're close enough. Go into something like that. And then H. Kind of, I guess it's good if you're about to jump in, you think someone's gonna like anti-air you. You can stop your motion, just go straight down. Be prepared, people are gonna probably like run up at you or try and go at you with a projectile, which she doesn't have too much like recovery after landing, so you may be able to fish something out, but just be careful with this one. You also kind of got to be like right on top of someone in order to hit. Depending where you are, I don't know if you can use this as what's known as a cross-up, where it's pretty much you can jump over someone, hit the button, and it hits behind them. I mean, you're always hitting people with your behind with this move, but I don't... I always try and use it, but never really get much off of it. But I think that covers all of Coco's normals. So now, let's go in the special moves. Most of Coco's special moves are going to be related to grabbing the opponent, but she does have one that's just a projectile, which is the first one I'm going to cover, which is 214LMH, whatever version you want to use. The light version is just a single hit fire breath, while the medium version is a multi-hit fire breath. The heavy version, which is going to cost a bar, is a grab. Now, some of the uses of these moves, for me at least, the single hit one I use as a combo extension in the couple of combos that I know. I use the medium version either as a pressure tool while they're stuck in block or as a combo ender. Like so. So that way I can approach in all sorts of different manners and try and get as much damage as possible. Now, when it comes to the heavy version, I'll be honest, haven't really used it too much, but you can combo into it like a lot of her other grabs. So if you do a setup like that, you just want to make sure you get some insured damage, whether you're late or you do a frame perfect. I don't think it's frame perfect, but it's a tight timing. You can definitely stack up the damage that way. Her 2-3-6 special is a throw. Now, depending on the button, it's going to change its properties. So for 2-3-6 light, she does a somersault, grabs you, shows a meme. All hunky-dory. 2-3-6N, she rides a velociraptor, charges at you, then grabs you. And with the heavy version, somersault, and then sits on your ass. Now, all three of these have different uses. Light version, you can throw out the end of a ground-based combo. As long as they're not launched in the air, if you have the right timing, you can actually grab them. Use that as an ender, and then you can go from there. Now, when it comes to the medium version, that's a combo starter. Now, the Raptor does have a couple of hits of armor, but be careful on characters like Ayame or Sora, where in Ayame's case, she can easily go into 2-1-4, which is like a little somersault slash. She can immediately cancel it into another one and hit you out of the Raptor. Sora, multi-hit, so, you know, don't get hit by projectiles. Then the heavy version, I really haven't experimented too much, but I believe it has since it starts with the somersault, you may be able to use it as a combo ender as well on ground-based combos. Like that. Now with the heavy version, probably going to require stricter timing. Since I haven't practiced it, I'm not going to waste too much time on it. But that's your 2-3-6 special. Her next special is going to be her 2-2 special. This one is going to be a little different because it only hits people that are in the air. You do it on someone that's grounded, not really going to get much out of it. So that's the light version. That's the medium version. And that is the heavy version, which uses the bar. Now, when it comes to these, they have all sorts of different uses. You can use them as anti-airs while you're just playing defensive. Character tries to jump at you. Bam. Instantly go into it. Now, they probably hit at different ranges, but I always like to go for the medium version just because it does a little bit more damage. You can definitely use them to cancel into each other depending on how much super chat bar you have. But they're just all around good moves. Something to keep in mind, again, if people are trying to jump in on you. Haven't really tested it. You may be able to catch Ayame if she does her 2-1-4 move at you, if you time it right. It may be a trade, but that would keep her from like keeping pressure up on you. When it comes to the heavy version, it deals the most damage. Before, it would knock you hella far away. Now, keeps you relatively close. They are going to be knocked down, so they are going to be able to either jump forward or jump back. So just in case, just get ready with either 2M or sweep. Coco's last set of special moves are tied to the grab button, which is L and M at the same time. Her neutral grab isn't that great, mostly because it sends them so far, and they're kind of able to act before you're able to like dash up onto them. And especially for projectile based characters, only gonna kind of give them an advantage unless you can really get that dash input like as soon as the throw ends. So I kind of only recommend using this throw when you're close to a corner. That way the distance is a little shorter and you can apply pressure much faster. Now, if you find yourself in the corner, I recommend using 2-1-4. Wrong button. 2-1-4, which is going to be a side switch throw, which is actually based off 2-3-6 light. just without the somersault. So this is going to allow you to throw them into the corner so that way you can apply pressure however you see fit. Great way to get you out in case you need the backdash, air dash backwards, all that good stuff. Another grab she has is the heavy version of 236H, just without the somersault. So you just hit him with that fat dragon dumpy. This throw deals a lot of damage. And especially if you don't have to spend a bar, hell yeah, even better. Because the heavy version, using a bar, does the same damage as just doing the input. Now, you can combo into this, which I will show a little bit later. So, depending on your situation, it's always good to use that. Again, it puts them at a distance, but it's not as far as just the normal throw. Another special move she has on grab is the Coco plug, which is a restand. Now, I don't really recommend using this unless you're really trying to trick someone. As you can see, using it from a decent distance can't combo into lights. And medium buttons just aren't fast enough. Heavies aren't either. So if you go for the restand, I guess just try and like micro walk forward, try to apply pressure that way. And also if you try and use a special move, it's going to use super chat meter. So when it comes to the Coco plug, I love that it's in the game. It's not a very useful move. Same thing with her air special, which is an air dash, which takes a little bit to really be able to do anything out of. So if you find yourself in the air, I don't really recommend it. Unless someone's trying to like dash up below you to anti-air you. Gives you like the extra push forward, but you're not going to find yourself using it in too many cases. And I might as well throw it in here since it's a grab. Her super requires 2 bars. It's just a simple grab. Does 337 damage. Really good. You can combo into it. Again, super tight timing. It's going to be a lot tighter than some of the other throw combos, such as of course. This is the showcase though. Comboing in the throws, gonna take a little bit of effort and time. Definitely gonna have to practice it up. If you whiff like this, did it too early. If it doesn't combo, did it too late. Do it just right, combo extends. Now, if you find yourself in a position where you can 2M, 5M, just go for grab. As long as you wait like half a second, you'll be able to get it whether they're blocking or not. But go in the practice mode, give it a try. Very useful, good damage. I think that about covers grabs. Now I should preface, again, Coco is a grappler, so she's not really gonna get too much damage from combos, because most of her damage is gonna be from grabs. But that doesn't mean she doesn't have interesting combos. She's just gonna have to use a lot more super chat meter and super meter. Before I start showcasing some of her combos though, something I gotta go over is her idle skill, which is kind of important. So the idle skill, for most characters it requires a bar. For her it doesn't, and allows her to build up super chat meter. Another good thing about it, projectile invulnerability. So projectiles don't hit her while she's in that state. Now that's not true for assist projectiles, but it's very useful depending on who you're fighting. Although be careful because you can get hit out of it just by normals or non-projectile special moves. Now the reason why I want to show that is because you can cancel into it, which you'll see here shortly. It's a very useful move when it comes to extending combos, as long as you got a super chat meter. I think that about covers it, so let's go into some of her combos. So that's everything I know about playing Kiryu Coco. Albeit just from training mode. So let's actually see how well I can actually use it in arcade mode. I think I'm gonna go Project Melody this time. I really feel like they should have made Botan the last character you fight. A little bit of spoilers if you haven't played through arcade mode. I don't see why it'd be too big though. Oh, of course. Guess I got that going for me. I swear, I always accidentally do fucking, the 2-2 grab, which is the anti-air one. Ooh. Let's... I gotta be better about anti-airing as well. Didn't get the dash forward on that one. Hey. Yeah. One thing I definitely gotta work on is having cleaner inputs. I kind of just like unga bungo my way to victory. But you know, playing a grappler kind of fits. Although that's one thing I've kind of noticed about myself is if I play a grappler, I always forget to do their main gimmick of grappling. It's a little bit easier with Coco because that's how you get a lot of her damage. God damn it. I always forget if you're not in the corner, you kind of gotta do it quick in order to get the 5H into 2H. Never do that. What I just did there, doing Dragon Breath on block, don't fucking do that. That is bad. It is hella negative. Damn it. Yeah, no. If you're ever gonna try and do a block string, just stick with normals. I will say, if you are close enough, ending with 2H, that button isn't too bad of an idea because it's not that bad on block. I think it's only -4. I may be wrong, but it's not as negative as fucking 5H there, and definitely not as bad as fucking Dragon Breath. Oy, oy.
See you next time.
Oh jeez. I have a habit of twisting my stick whenever I do like quarter circle forward or backward motions. So I actually almost unscrewed my fucking ball top. Ay. Man. I don't know if I've said it a lot in this video, but I love this. Free fucking fan-made game. Just made by people that were like, we want to make a fighting game. We want to make something cool. They have all my respect. And it's good. I don't know how much experience they have playing fighting games, but goddamn. They made a very enjoyable one. Also, when it comes to character matchups, Sora is going to be awful. I watched Coefficient play, and he showed that I believe it's her. Is it 6M? I think whatever her her orange sword that she does, that thing reaches fucking as far as Coco Sweep. Actually, I think a little bit farther. So any Sora player can easily just fucking keep you at bay. It is It's rough trying to see a fucking Coco try to just escape the pressure of Sora.
Victory.
Oh, good lord. And Ayame. If you, I think it's true with any character. If you fight Ayame, you're really gonna have to just adjust your combos on the fly. Especially if you have like fucking hard ass muscle memory. Her hurt box is so goddamn small. She is an absolute adorable creature, but good lord. I honestly, I can't remember if this is true, but I would not be shocked if just her standing still, she could avoid that, the dragon breath. Oh god, I hate how those like twist around. At least you can actually block it. Okay, one thing about the Ayame matchup is if they do have super chat meter, they can easily beat fucking Raptor Grab here. Because they can just cancel and punish you all in the same open. Yeah, like that hit, cancel it into another one of that move. I think that's 214 M? I don't quite know for sure. But she can cancel into it, punish you, and then get a combo off of that. Which is fucking rough. One thing I also gotta start using a lot more is fucking Miko. It's just so hard to get super chat meters, so I don't, as a Coco, so I don't really like going for the, I think it's just collab. The off collab, that's what it is. Just because I'd rather use it for cancels, because that's how you get good damage with Coco if you're not like getting a lot of grabs. Also, if someone jumps in on you and you block, immediately go for a grab. You don't have to go for one of the special input grabs, just grab. I wasted that super chat meter. I realized too late I had it and I still tried to do the cancel. Well, I was not fast enough on the down in the dash. Ooh, let's see. I want to see if I can try and get one of those tight cancel throws. Ah, damn it, I was too late on it. Still hit though. Ooh, and I'm not sure if I talked about it. Going from 2M to 5M into 236 grab does a little bit more damage than just doing normal grab. So if you're close enough and you're able to fish out that 2M, just go for 5M. If you got the muscle memory, go for the grab, or just go into anything that you may know. Just to ensure you get as much damage as possible. Because the normal 236 grab does 280 points of damage. If we do 2M into 5M into the grab, then it's like 317. It's not that much more, so it's not like this is what you should be aiming to go for, but if you get the chance and you're able to be like, what can I do? Oh yeah, grab. Damn it. Didn't get the second down. Oh well. No. Aki, why? Also, as of when this came out, Aki is a goddamn monster.
Let's go again.
I tried playing her without knowing what to do, and I was like, I don't know if she's great. And then I watched the oh man, there was a Idol Showdown tournament that a VTuber hosted on Twitch. I can't remember their name. They had it not too long, maybe like less than a week from recording, where I believe the player's name was Diaphone, which is showing what Aki is really capable of. And there's some fucking sick twisted shit. just how fucking... If you saw Mukiro's, aka the blonde guy, like come down to the ground and like try and Hulk smash, you can call that, immediately do teleport on, immediately go in the teleport as Aki, and you'll both hit at the same time, keep them on block stun, and then you can just keep doing pressure. Or you can do it in a combo and it like there's so much hit stun, it's unreal, and you're able to do some serious fucking damage. The one thing I like about playing against the computer is they always fucking get grabbed by Raptor. It kind of tricks me into thinking it's actually like hella useful, but just seeing when the AI decides to have a brain for like 5 seconds, it's really like, oh, okay. There are definitely ways to beat this out. This is not an invincible move. As you can see, just her fucking, I think that's 5M, was able to beat up my grab, go through all the hits of armor on it. I pushed her too far out of the fire. I also gotta stop jumping backwards all the time. Oh.
See you next time.
I just...
Victory.
I enjoyed this game so much. And just... I didn't really have to try too hard in learning Coco. Some of the stuff just makes sense to me. The only thing I've really had to like practice is those fucking like comboing in the throws. Aw, damn it. I didn't get the cancel on the fire breath. It's probably called something else. That's just what my brain's calling it right now. It's probably like Dragon's Breath. Yeah, another easy way to fucking beat Raptor, jump. Either neutral jump or jump forward. Oh, I was about to be like, what the fuck? But that's just because fucking it was end around, everything combos. Also, another thing, if you decide to do Miko Assist with Coco, she already has trouble getting Super Chat. But if you call out that assist I did where Miko drops the lava bucket, you can't build Super Chat at all during the entire time it's out. It's definitely a very good tool for just kind of putting a wall between you, or especially in the corner like what I try and do most of the time. But man, if you don't have Super Chat, you're really just gonna have to go for a lot of chip damage, doing 214M, which is the multi-hit fire breath, or just trying to go for high-low overhead mix-ups, that type of stuff. But yeah, I got some of the stuff, of course. I didn't really try to do any of the like cancelable grabs too much. They're very useful, but of course in the heat of the moment, sometimes you just forget the options that you have. But that's all I kind of wanted to do today. Just gush about my Oshi pretty much. But hey, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already given Idol Showdown a chance, please do. It's free. It's on Steam. It's maybe like a couple of gigs worth of data, so easy to download, easy to play. It fucking costs you nothing. Great time. It's got rollback. It's GGPO, so it's a little bit on the older side, but hey, it's got online. What more could you ask for? So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this is your first time watching me, I hope you stick around, check out some of my other content. If you watch me for the first time and I'm not your cup of tea, hey, that's fine. But no matter what, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.